Hey guys, I'm here in my kitchen and I'm trying the Pop-Tarts frosted strawberry. I've never had this, but I'm so excited to try this. Now, it comes in this awesome foil. If you look at this, it has these funny little jokes on it. I have a funny feeling about this. Ha! That is like the funniest, most clever thing I've ever heard. That is amazing. I'm so excited to try this. All right, so here's how it looks. Okay, and let's just give it a bite. Oh man, the way it's like frosted and like has that strawberry. That is amazing. That is so good. Oh, and the way, the tart, it like pops.
Wait, I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute testing. Ah!
Good afternoon, Jank enthusiasts. I'm MBT, and this is 10
Oh my
Minute
god, I
Testing.
just
It's been about a
remembered
month since we
Di-Fi
went
is
to the well for
completely
Genesis, and in that
unpointed
time,
in
there's been an
Genesis.
incredible points update and a massive shift in the metagame. For that reason, let's take a look at some of the coolest and winningest decks of the present moment. Presenting Genesis.
There are only three
Firstly,
constants
let's
in
hear
this
at Punk.
universe.
Punk was one of the
Death,
two decks with two representatives in the
taxes,
top 8 of the Pittsburgh Genesis Invitational.
and
This is for
floodgates
two reasons. Firstly,
being
it's a deck with a relatively low
everywhere
points
in
total.
any Yu-Gi-Oh
Foxy Toon is the
format.
only on-theme monster that's pointed at a meager 5. That's not to say this deck has no hits, E-Telly is like a billion, but once you make the decision to eschew that
I wanted
consistency tool,
to
you've got
play
a
a little
ton
bit
of
of
room for
Musica
powerful
again.
non-engine. Secondly, while an extremely powerful going first combo deck, this strategy also has access to a card
Which
for
version do I
very few
play?
decks have an elegant out, Psychic and Punisher. Most of this card's outs are pointed or require a heads-up boarding pattern of Kaiju, which many decks won't be packing on the play. This list by Anthony Asatura integrates a pretty sizable uncharacterized Banish Psychics package to find the second best teleport spell. Let's check it out. Firstly, our punks. We've got 3 copies of Ziaman, 3 copies of Rising Scale, 3 copies of Foxy Toon, a Madam Spider, triple Ogre Dance, a Wagon, 2 Deer Note, and 2 Sharacussy. For our psychics, we have 2 Mind Procedure, 3 Psychic Blaster, and double Serene Psychic Girl. For spells, we are on 2 Extreme Session, a Teleport Fusion, and a Dangerous Gabu. For non-engine, we're on triple Fulos, triple Droll and Lockbird, and get ready to see a lot of that, a Ghost Ogre, 2 Skullmeister, and 2 Book of Eclipse. In the extra, we've got a Garura, an Axon Kicker Oracle, an Absolute Axon Kicker, Rising Carp, Dingirsu, Aggregator, Punk Jam Fever, Meilong, the Cursed Thunder God, Serene Psychic Sorceress, MK2, Crossmind Archfiend, Pep, Yukio Punk Amazing Dragon, and Punk Jam Dragon Drive to search the Ghost Ogre. This is one of the decks for which we have sideboard data, so we can see they have pointed cards in the board. Here, these Solemn Judgments. Also playing 2 copies of Gravity Collapse, 3 Ultimate Slayer, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Cosmic, and 2 Kaijus. So with that, let's check out a game. Our match is up against White Forest, and we are going second, which is going to give us an opportunity to leverage an incredibly powerful on-the-draw card like Pep. Our hand looks pretty bad right now, I won't lie. We've got a couple of cards that can test an end board full of negates, but this Fulos is going to have to draw us some pretty substantial action. Our opponent's going to begin with a Magician's Souls, and this is probably one of the most powerful cards currently pointed at 0. They're going to pitch a couple and trigger the effect of the Curse of the Diabel, which we can Skullmeister. They will chain play the Diabel, which is Fine. Afterwards, they get to cycle back this copy of Scourge of the White Forest, then pitch this Ultimate Slayer for an LZ. From here, we will Fualos before they perform summons. They will go ahead and bring out this LZ, then use the effective LZ in order to fusion out an Illa Sylvia. That's one. They will pass turn, use Luluwa Lilith to get a Metal Illusionist, which draws us another, but enables them to get a negate off of this Flame Coating Metal Morph. Really cool inclusion here. From this position, they can go into Full Metal Dragon. We will activate Book of Eclipse. They will negate. We will activate Book of Eclipse. They will negate. Okay, let's see if we can't wrap it up from here. That Ogre Dance is a huge draw. It allows us to send it to the yard in order to grab a copy of Xiamen. Normal the Xiamen, and no single target negation here, allows us to get a copy of Rising Scale. We'll banish the Ogre Dance and then use the effect of the Rising Scale in order to add from our deck to our field a Shirakusai, whose effect we can use to get this Deer Note out of our hand and make a Carp. Carp effect is going to grab the other Deer Note alongside a Wagon to get us the field spell, and then we'll just go ahead and set that before Synchro Summoning a Jam Dragon Drive. No reason to go for a first turn Ghost Ogre. We know what's in play. So let's go ahead and grab a copy of Madam Spider, summon it out with the Extreme Session, and make a Pep on the way in order to contest the back row. Once we have done so, we can summon out the Madam Spider, which should just end the game on the spot. The Madam Spider is going to enable us to get a trap card, but it's also going to enable us to Synchro Summon Amazing Dragon and bounce everything on the field. With the life totals as they are, we can one-shot using the Psychic End Punisher for a big 81. Secondly, let's sit down with Super Quantum. Super Quantum is another archetype with almost no points in its main deck, which sounds promising, but the way it's been played in the TCG is as part of an extremely tight combo deck full of 3-ofs we have no dream of playing. As a result, this Genesis version is fundamentally different, using the Shufflers alongside Ava to plus off-the-field spell pitches. This enables the deck not only to make Magnus extremely consistently, but also to beat boarded hate like the Kaijus by means of continued interaction through Ava banishes for Heralds. There's even an argument that this list gets better post-board, as you can board into Herald purple and green, which we know the Duelist who performed well in Farfa's tournament was doing. This list, adapted from said Alphan Buster brew, put up a pretty significant result in Farfa's tournament, so let's give it a shot. First up, our Super Quantums.
I don't want to represent too weak of a hand by just
Alphan, double blue layer, double red layer, double
normaling
layer,
out both of those ways.
Of
course, I'm playing against myself, but
fantastic in the strategy, alongside 3 copies of Ava, which I believe is pointed at 1. We've got Herald of the Orange Lights in here, and then some fairies, Mudora the Sword Oracle, and Keldo the Sacred Protector. For spells, we're on 2 of layer 19, 1 Alphan Spike, 1 of the Magna Carrier, it's really all you need, and 1 of Magnus Slayer. For non-engine, we're playing 3 Fualos, 3 Droll and Lockbird, and 3 Nibiru. Pretty standard for this format. In the extra, we've got Arctius, Maelong, Garura, Princess Sprite, Assembled Nightingale, Aggregator, double Magna Liger, double Grampulse, 1 Airboros, double Lusterex, and double Quantal King Magnus of the computer. Now, we don't have sideboard data for this build, but I am pretty sure any sideboard worth its salt playing these cards would also be playing the off-color Heralds. Green against decks that have to resolve a spell, purple against decks that have to resolve a trap. Let's check out a game. Our match is up against Vanquish Soul, and unfortunately showcases one of the weaknesses of our strategy. Going first, most of your end boards are just a Magnus, King of the computer, and your opponent struggles to out it, but going second is kind of difficult, especially against a deck like Vanquish Soul, which is very competent in Genesis despite its huge point totals associated with Holly Sue and Raisin. That's in part because of the brew you see in front of you, using the Regenesis cards in order to supplement the attributes and keep a card like Caesar Valius always live. Here, they are able to flex their attributes to get the effect of the Holly Sue off and trigger the effect of the Mad Love in order to grab a copy of Vanquish Soul Start. They can start here targeting the Holly Sue in order to grab a Borgar, then Borgar back the Holly Sue for deployment on the opponent's turn.
They're both level 2.
Off of Borgar, set 1, and go for a Regenesis Warrior as part of the end board. We'll draw a Herald just a little too late. We'll begin with red layer and activate rank 19 to summon a white layer from deck. We'll trigger the effect of the white layer in order to send a copy of black layer, and our opponent will go ahead and draw a card as well, trying to find something to out it. We will go for the field spell, and unfortunately this is a bit of a sitting duck. They're going to go for the Caesar Valius here. We'll go for the Magna Carrier. They'll go for the Caesar Valius to pop the Magna Carrier, and we're out a Minimalian. We're going to go for the effect of the Zaton here, and then our opponent can bounce it using the effect of the Mad Love. Of course, we can just normal summon the Zaton afterwards, but they can deal with it with the Regenesis Warrior. Finally, we will go Minimalian to summon itself, at which point our opponent is forced to Vanquish Soul Snow Devil. This will wipe the field, which does proc the effects of our Super Quantums, but that's probably not enough to get back into the game. While we do have a Fairy Alphan in our hand and a black layer on our side of the field, we can't even get over the Raisin, all but ensuring we are going to die on the crackback. Finally, and you knew this was coming, let's rankle with Radiant Typhoon. There are a couple of interesting things you can do with Radiant Typhoon, but the most successful at present is to play it alongside Runic. The two different quick play archetypes synergize with each other and allow for deep draw into your power monsters, and the lack of points means you can just slot a couple of Pots of Greed into your main deck alongside the now pointed Cicada King and Totem Birds found
The
in the
world
extra.
does not
My
want me
favorite
to
part
win
of
with
these lists
Musica.
is the Mirage of Nightmare appearance. This is the only deck playing it, but boy does it feel strong. The list we're using comes from the Pittsburgh Genesis Invitational, where this got top 8, piloted by Matthew David Huddleston. So, let's check out the individual cards. We've got 3 copies of Eldam, 3 copies of Swen, 1 Megala, 3 Crocy, 2 Phonix the Great Flame, and 1 Vibrant Vortex. For spells, we're on Triple Chant, Triple Vision, and then a whole bunch of runics. A Destruction, Triple Fountain, Triple Tip, Triple Flashing Fire, Triple Slumber, and Triple Freezing Curses. We're on 2 MSTs and 1 copy of the Mandate, plus 2 Pots of Greed. In the extra, we have Pyron, Goblin's Crazy Beast, Big Gabonga, Ashura King, the Phantom Knights of Breaksword, Double Totem Bird, Grampulse, Cicada King, Levier the Sea Dragon, Double Dante, Savage, Zeta, and Desiree. If you figure out a reason that they're playing these cards, please let me know. In the side deck, we've got the Drolls, we've got the Fualoses, we've got Gamciel, Mirage, Dimensional Fissure, another must-play staple, and 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Let's check out a game. Our match is up against Infernoble Knight. This is a really cool strategy, and in a 55-card deck, I know I am in for some nonsense. Peep the Flame Swordsman trap, for instance. Unfortunately for our opponent, our hand is really good. We're going to begin with a copy of Eldam. That's going to go ahead and grab us a Crocy. We're going to go for the Megala next, and then activate the effect of the Chant. That's going to grab us access to Swen. We'll activate the effect of the Swen. Then we're going to overlay for a Totem Bird before we go for a Vision. We'll draw a couple of cards and trigger the effect of the Crocy and the effect of the Megala in order to get a copy of the Vibrant Vortex and the Crocy to our side of the field, which will add from deck to hand both a Mandate and an MST. Afterwards, we're going to tip for the Fountain. We will activate the Fountain. Then we will add Insult to Injury with the Pot of Greed. We're going to set 3, and our opponent's going to Nibiru. And you know what's weird is that actually I don't think I care about that. It also opens up the ability for us to use Flashing Fire to target their Nibiru and draw some cards, but they use the effect of Roland so they can trigger it in the end phase when it falls off as an equip. They will do that in order to grab them a copy of Dark Flare Swordsman. Cute, actually. They're going to lead with Dark Flare Swordsman, summoning it to their side of the field and activating the effect. That's going to grab them a Fighting Flame Swordsman, who we will Freezing Curses. From this position, it will be negated. They'll banish a couple of cards, and they'll summon a Renowned afterwards. That's going to cycle for a Premature Burial, which is kind of crazy, right? They're going to go for Angelica afterwards, and the effect of the Fighting Flame in Graveyard before they go for the effect of the Salamandra in order to grab the other trap. Museum comes out, and maybe I could be a little more proactive with these MSTs, but at this point, I'm just holding it for this Premature Burial. We're going to use the effect of the Mandate in order to draw a card, potentially a Runic. They're going to go for the Museum. We let it resolve. Then they go for a Durandal, and I figure, okay, fine. You have made me pull the trigger. I will MST here, and I'll chain the effect of the Mandate in order to negate the Museum, even though its effect is already applied. We will bring back the Vibrant Vortex at Resolution, which gives us a negate at least. They will pre-mat and then go into a Roland. Roland triggers here. We're going to trigger the effect of our Vibrant Vortex. That will negate it. Then we will Flashing Fire, targeting the Roland to get it out of the equation. We'll draw a couple of cards off this Fountain, hoping for more action, and boy, do we find it. Our opponent's going to equip twice to Angelica before going into Snake Eyes Doom Dragon and pushing back our Vibrant Vortex. Finally, going for the Jet Synchron into Charles. We will tip at end of main in order to grab a copy of Destruction. Then we will activate the Destruction in order to pop the Salamandra with Chain. Our opponent will pass and trigger the effect of the Emperor Charles, getting 2 equips. We will activate Slumber so that our Primal Being token doesn't go to the yard, and then afterwards they're just going to destroy the Mandate anyway. Okay, sure. We're going to go for Vision in draw phase, then afterwards we'll proceed to main. We'll begin with an Eldam. We'll trigger the effect of the Eldam to get another copy of Crocy, then we'll special out the Swen, activating its effect to grab an MST. We're going to overlay here for the Cicada King, then MST the Unknown. They're going to go Sword
only
Stance,
we're
which
in the
flips down the
center.
Cicada King and makes me feel like a stupid idiot. Afterwards, we're going to go for the Crocy, activating the Crocy effect to cycle back an MST alongside the Fire Phonix, then activate Tribute in order to grab another Eldam. Fire Phonix triggers here. They will trigger the effect of the Fighting Flame Dragon, and then we are able to activate Freezing Curses in response to the Emperor Charles, which not only negates that effect, but also allows our Runic Fountain to draw us a million cards and the Fire Phonix in order to blow up our opponent's board. We don't have a battle phase here, but I'm pretty in on the banish
Only
the
the
entire
Signy
deck plan at
front,
this point.
God.
We'll go tip, and then we'll recycle Runic Fountain for that beautiful soft once per turn, slumbering our Primal Being token and drawing 3 more cards off the top of our deck here.
Enough.
We're going to go for the Vision once again, cycle back this MST, MST our own Vibrant Vortex, and then MST the Noble Arms Museum. Our opponent's going to chain the effect of Roland and chain the effect of Angelica as well. As we do so, this enables us to get the Vibrant Vortex back, and at point of resolution, we can set this copy of Chant. Our opponent draws a copy of Copycat Hero, a card that I'm not super familiar with, so I'm just going to negate it. We'll go Vibrant Vortex as they go Salamander with with Chain. We'll chain the effect of Chant in order to grab back the MST. They will cycle a couple of cards for the Flame Swordsman. That way, at resolution, we can activate the effect of Phonics. They'll go Angelica as well to tag it out, but shuffling back the problem monster is just what we want, especially with a Flashing Fire in our hand to get rid of that monster's once per turn effect. We'll go for a Runic Tip afterwards in order to grab a copy of Freezing Curses, and then we have to burn our battle phase here. We're going to put them in a no-win situation. We'll flip up the Cicada King, go for Crocy. We'll activate the Crocy to get back the mandate. Now we have one negate versus their one-card hand. We will go for the mandate. They will go for this Fighting Flame Sword, and then they will scoop it up. So we're back with the decks, and I'd like to talk generally about their place in the metagame. Tiers are finally developing around Genesis, with the same 10 or 20 decks appearing pretty consistently. It's of course a huge benefit to select an archetype with 0 or at least minimal point totals, then use aggressively statted turn enders like Droll and Nibiru to pump the brakes on opponents' plays, but it's hardly the only option. Vanquish is still topping.
Dude,
Draco
this is
Tail came within a stone's throw of
bad.
winning the championship at Pittsburgh, and Onomat has to pay 33 for a Rhoda. Even though the boundaries of the format are crystallizing, there's still a ton of room to brew. Take advantage of that until you can't. So that's that. Thanks so much for watching. These videos are made possible by, and occasionally suggested by, my patrons, some of whom have paid a lot of money to be mentioned at the end of this video. Those people are Absolutely Fran, Elena Tincher, Allison Elliott, Ally, APK, Pearly Tier 0, Brett Henry, Cap, Cool Name, Damon O'Neill, Dark Rebel
It's alright,
XYZ,
we're safe. We're
DJ
still safe.
Elefante,
We're still
El
safe.
Gravo, El Secut, Emiliano De Verio, NB Adams, Fabrizio Petroli, Franco Romero, Galactic Joey, Hergalicious, JP, Night Mary, Cole Offline, Corey Misu, Legal Rights, Lucas Rosas, Luis Hernandez, Master Key 090, Matthew M. Derezo, MBT Hablando en Español, MBT Play Madolce, Mike Carlotti, N54 Lionheart, Nacho,
did he
Combo,
stutter?
Project Mercury, Pyramid Artisan Field Cloths,
What was up with
TCG
that?
Accessories, Rancer My Thing, Rohan Doge, Rose Lapine, Serpentax, Shifter.mp8, Sly Ninja 43, Troy Says By Erasure is Gay, Who's Nick, Yuki Kazami, and Zircon's Son. Couldn't have done it without you.
Let me just six-sided die. We can just ignore the sixes. I fuck up my zones very badly. I didn't have enough honor anyways, I suppose. He still triggers, it's so dumb. I'm screwed, I don't have any greens. To fire off Deciduous Return a second time. I can't even guard. I kinda like this brew. I'm not a fan of not having a way to deal damage via deck out anymore, though. And switching to Alpha Sword changes things. Yeah, I'm only ever gonna be using these two effects all the time from here on, from then on. Then again, our Signy damage pressure should be more than enough now. Makes me want to reconsider the Alpha here. Might as well mill ourselves.
If I had thoughts not to go express all my love, how, my friend, would you look back at me then? These pointless words hurt and waste the time that we share. Music sings so cleanly, grazing the air. Until your pain stained from head to toe in love. All the shades will fade away in the haze. The music shouts out alone and topples me down. Fate itself just turns its head as it laughs at me now.
These days, the left is taken away. The master singing the praise, I closely follow the same. It's such a waste of time. Running away and I move to the carries no way. Feel the thought, the girls catch all your love. Then my friend is got a switch on the fan. I'll your eyes, I'm going to the light. I'll sing and shout till this I first die. Think and cherish the four parts of no, it's thing. Moves the grass that just barely under. Tears and the aching.
If I could leave it all, the empty emotions that just owe me to think. With this old heart that seems on the verge of just breaking from all be aching. I could talk in this swallow the words I miss here once again. Just let me shout it.
If my life is gone away, forgotten by the side, then who would I hear at the end sing of this love inside? In time, something fine if I could try to find one last side of love, stuck in a voice that I had left behind. Look at me, can you see the one I tried to be? Look at me, can you see the one I tried to be? These fools that couldn't take it, taking the garbage thrown into the side. I hated it. Through the pain, if it's to be listening. Through the pain, if it was to find out anyway. Maybe then it always me that they said, oh, let me.
Hey, if you're gonna share all your love, well, tell me, my friend, who will you meet at the end? Stuck
In the box, locked, let's break you with the knob. Come get free, I will fill you like me. Try, time is up the color of love. Come on, tell me, my friend, just push you with the stand. Miss me being alone, cause certainly never would show. It's hard like page I built, never knowing. What if the aching love, near to the end of life, lie, lie, lie. Harder than build, but we are to it all to decide. Bye, 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 bye. To stick with the side, decide. We're here to cry. Crying on the break, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh. I know we've down inside. Think like a food, if I get this stay behind. There by my side. I've grown to take it, the pain willing, the breaking and hurting, joy, grief, rage, and pleasure, they all band together to every endeavor. So black and shit, I don't don't leave me like that. How could I go to adore this world surrounding me? Tell me, will I hear it falling on eternally? Hey, I think I these feelings no one ever wants. Give this world a chance to them all. Now with this final song. Look at me, what exactly do you wanna be? Look at me, can you tell me what you wanna see? My heart breaks apart, however, it burns on now more than any other. Look at me, what is the one I try to be? Look at me, can you see the one I try to be? There's a light racing through the night, guiding me on to my love. Like a share, oh I want you to send it to a greater size. There's a hundred that's so sweet to find. Such a sneaky kind of a two-faced light. One body down to you consume their light. Staring at a place so deep beneath the eye. Now there's someone there for you to love and kind. Not like I would mind. More time, one more time. Once again today this girl keep on rolling. So she says, to use this as a cover, are you fine? No, not quite the time. Everywhere I'm looking, the future is out of sight. For now, I'll try to stop breathing. If you're gonna shout out your love, know that my friend, I'll be here for you then. These bonus words hurt, but yet it never will stop. Ever this dream will carry on. And if I had thought it's hard to go express all my love, take my want and put it all in the song. That's so we lost, that all will be reborn now anew. It seems that once again I'll be humming the same tune. One, two, let's go. Emergency lately, I've been going crazy in town. Just stuck at home, rolling round. Caught up in the sweet deceptions while I roll around. The words we said that day had started to go bad. Upside down, this topsy-turvy town holds nothing for us. It's time that we smile and say goodbye. Hikikomori's anti-justice. It's a special moment, like a time for me, myself, and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous. Is that a new baby and new? Until we're calling just like you. Hikikomori's anti-justice. It's a special moment, like a time for me, myself, and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous. Is that a new baby and new? Until we sound the way you do. My ego's growing stronger. Can't keep it in much longer. So here inside of me, a bit insane. Emergency. Lately, I've been going crazy. Ideas like going to got now rolling round. Running through my head, world's running around without a sound. The way you looked at me was honestly blurry. I think I got it. It finally clicked. It feels like we're all hostages. Come on and jam out again, it's really weird times, these never ending fun, so don't you ever succumb. You keep going as if I just, this is a special moment locked in time for me, myself and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous, it's better than you and me and you, until we're gonna just like you. You keep going as if I just, this is a special moment locked in time for me, myself and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous, it's better than you and me and you, until we start to do what you do. Whoa, whoa, my ego's growing stronger. Whoa, whoa, can't keep it in much longer in this place. My shame, cause the way I'll finally do a bit insane.
Wake up, morning set in motion for me. Clear cut, put on the emotion, guaranteed. And
When they drag me by my feet, pick me up and march me to the beat, make me complete, climb miles above the street. Staring as I pass me by, myself deceit and I breathe. Nothing but a shadow, it seems, caught up in routine. And I see the person beneath. The days go by so uniformly, tightly controlled and determined for me, yeah. I wouldn't say my fans adore me. Only way to fuck it up is to be boring. I don't get the messages, they don't come to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. Get up, afternoon is nauseous again. Get fucked. God, I'm so pathetic. And when I rip you up my chest, won't you realize you're just obsessed, a fraud at best, drained the blood from this obsessed. Watch me as I eat my heart out, dispossessed, and I breathe. Now something's got me doubting, it seems. Am I anything? Am I even a person beneath? Days of bloodstains, cruel and gory, visions of violence are overpowering, yeah. Puking my guts out, almost starlish, shaving up the numbers of this fucking body. I don't get the messages, they just don't let me. Ever begging anybody come and save me. I don't get the messages, they don't come to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. I could be a friend or I could be a foe. I will make the decision and that's all I know. I could be a sinner, I could be a saint. Try to do the void of anything I hate. I could be a warder, I could be a cause. I could be whatever everybody wants. I could be a canvas, I could be a doll. I could be even something real at all. I could be a woman, I could be a man. Look into the mirror, tell me what I am. Oh, I could go be different, I could be the same. Try to give me meaning, it's a losing game. Oh, I could go to heaven, I could go to hell. Does it even matter? I could never tell. Oh, maybe I am all. Maybe make me something, for I guess that's called. Cause I don't get the messages, they just don't let me. I can't bear the solitary, don't forget me. I can't read the messages, they come so slowly. I don't feel a single thing and I'm so lonely. I don't read the messages, they don't go to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. Wait, there's only one Signy. Oh no, wait, yeah, that's still enough. Let's fucking go. I didn't need you at all. there's only one Signy. How annoying. Unfortunately, I still couldn't out the Exia. Damned if I did, damned if I didn't. Exia's so good. いつの君があなたのため朝れどまでの夜で夜を赤い日に囲まれて時々が求め愛の約束を果たすため崩れたしのりはもうあなたがいなくてもう願いも祈りもなくてその願赤くそれが渡るよのならこの剣で捨てて正しいで見せるあれだSucks. Here comes the tension, an unfocused attention of how our brain should work. In my left hand I grip a beretta 9-2 well on a baby's eye and blood-soaked education from all failed revolutions. Can you make sense of it? My right eye is itchy as holds open up next to thin wavy scars, right outside to behold right. Under the weight of its sins, the schools gave out of poor things. Well, that's just how it goes. Pan smashed a pickle and watched mycelium spread outward from the cracks. Purity is dead done. Success is retribution. It's no sense how that works. Keep it that out, and what's left is now infested with flies. It's pretty filthy, right? Though it watches, you don't see it. Though it listens, you don't hear it.
Angel 92 comes right on cue. It's here tonight. Can't stay away tonight. Angel 92 grows inside you as they must grow. Spread through your body. Happy chaka.
Was dangling from my ears, from sweet perfume to endear. It's dirty but it works, can hear that the plaster sits there and it at the black and blue my legs from bloody situations. Incomplete information.
It's not how that should work. Vision
Fancied with half lost the spice from both sides. It's quite the side, alright. It's been watching, did you see it? It's eye on you. Do you feel it?
Angel 92, here right on cue, comes to devour you all this very night. Angel 92,
I am bad at math.
sits next to you.
Also, I should have activated the other thing.
Through your
Bellisto, bellisto, hagarica. Letters that by my own words I can find no more.
All the mushrooms looked at me, looked at me. All the mushrooms surround me, surround me. All the mushrooms looked at me, looked at me. All the mushrooms surround me, surround me.
I walked across the witch's scalp, pulled out her follicles. I'm a raging bird, picked off layers of their stems. Won't let them see my tears, won't let them taste my fear. Automated decapitation, won't let them see my tears, won't let them taste my fear. La dee da dee da dee da da dee da dee da. And I thought that this is the triumph that I needed to move on. I blamed everything on you. It's easy to just pretend. You gently peeled open the wings covering my humiliating face. I was so ashamed.
The mushrooms spoke. I sat here all my life, feeling sorrow for myself. And they spoke, trampled, used and not got pride to push them down. Finding peace in your suffering as I go up a place in the hierarchy. Since when have I became me? I gave up crying, I gave up waiting,
I gave up dreaming optimistic dreams, ripped out my feathers, cracked up my beak, freed my screams. Your spores fling onto my skin, powdery snow cleared up my sins. Through my pores, tiny fibers sprout up, grow into stems and caps. All the mushrooms looked at me, looked at me. All the mushrooms surround me, surround me. Mushroom, mushroom, shum, mushroom, 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 shum, ma, mushroom, shum, ma, la, 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 la. Pixie Hell, Retron Agarika. My trash. Now they pass, leading to the past. But from the tree's hands, a regretter's friend, the forbidden fruit. The bite off your skin, on its stand, the flesh falls down its lukewarm pus. You become the me who you despised. We swallow the time, let us rewind. Standards inside me, the line I drew for me lowers to the earth. Why do you make my voice matter? Why do truths never matter? Why do you curse me with your natural born genius? Endless inferno. Counterclock we rode, clock we reload. I'm inside the empathic light of your skin, exposing the angels on your ribs. They stare at us. Hello, how may I help you today? Please, a one-way ticket to heaven.
Sceneries were passing by, not so different from our home, not so different from our home. Then I realized someone's heaven could be the source of my torment.
Allowing yourself to set on fire. Life is in quality, life is in emotion. I defy. Comment if you wanted me to live, if you want me to forgive, if you want us to pretend like we're civilized humans. It's really true. You think it's inside me, ruined offending me. Comment, why do you make my food torture? Why did anyone feel my hurt? Why do you currently most violent to be champions in this inferno? We built for ourselves, Father in this hell.
I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown. When it fell as if made of sand. I stared at your photos when I felt alone. I sat in that corner waiting for a call. I danced with your shadow for so many nights. I dream of our future till the morning light. Now memories are fading into something real, like salt on a wound that's never gonna heal. I'm here in a place that should have been our home, and I'm sinking like a stone. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there.
Yeah, I don't think decking out needs to be a thing we have to try to make as an alternative way to deal damage. I think that was an outdated way. I mean, I'm sure it's still possible if we just choose to play a little more slowly. But I want to stick to a mid-range playstyle with Erskigal, allowing us to play fast or to play slow. Either playstyle is supported. Of course, it means we're not great at either, but I like this way more. We don't need to deck the opponent out. As funny as it is to do that every game.
I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to held in my hand. I was there when the hope lost its crown, when it fell as if made of sand. When the sun was going down, nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when the hope lost its crown, where it fell as if made of sand.
Gotta go shower now. Hot.